Welcome to the Palmetto LEADER online orientation. The goals of the orientation are to provide general information, reminders to our volunteers, and tips for success. We always want to model the best practices. Goals of the Palmetto LEADER project are straightforward. We strive to provide legal advocacy, present educational programs, and deliver legal resources. Where and how do we meet these goals? By reaching out and providing service to rural populations in South Carolina who are underrepresented, have limited access to legal assistance, and have a high level of poverty. The core values of the Palmetto LEADER are compassion, civility, and competence. Now it's time to get on the bus. Now, how does this happen? The dates, services, and locations have been established. Interest forms from volunteers have been received, and the volunteers have been matched and notified of the date we will be going out. On the actual day of the volunteer, here are a few tips. Avoid high heels. Dress comfortably. There are a few steps to enter the bus, and of course, it moves. Limited storage space, so please bring only what you need. Food, we will have snacks on board, and if out for a long day, we will stop to eat. There'll be coffee, tea, and a bathroom. Yes, this is a fully functioning bus. Copier, fax, scanner, all are on board, and plenty of places to plug in your laptop. Wi-Fi and internet access are not an issue. The Palmetto LEADER has it all. Before your assigned day, we will talk to you and notify and confirm with you about the time, date, and activity. You will also learn who else will be joining that day. Now, here are a few reminders to help make the experience engaging and productive for all. Arrive in plenty of time to park. Students, park in your regular location. Attorneys, you may park in the Pickens Street lot next to the law school. Your names have been provided, allowing you access. It is key that everyone show up. There are a limited number of volunteer slots for each trip. And if you have to cancel at the last minute, please find a replacement. View this orientation before arrival, and if you have questions, ask them ahead of time. So where do you meet the Palmetto LEADER? On most days, the bus will be on the Pickens Street side of the law school, but some of you may be meeting us at our final designated location. The bus is fully equipped with Wi-Fi and internet, so feel free to bring your laptop. There will be some downtime as we travel down the road. All forms and supplies will be on the bus. Resource material, informational flyers will also be on the bus and available online. Lawyers, we want to remind you of your duty to supervise any of the students that are on board. And students, you have the duty to accurately communicate and work with your attorneys. Speaking of communication, let's think about doing so in a culturally sensitive way. We will often be located in rural areas of the state and working with populations very different from ourselves. So just a few reminders. Speak clearly and concisely. Check for understanding. Is there eye contact, body language, and simply asking questions? Be aware of nonverbal clues. Have the patience to listen more than you talk. Be aware of the impact of culture. All cultures are equal and deserving of our respect, so be aware of your biases. For more information about implicit bias, we were happy to provide you with this article from the American Bar Association. Remember that South Carolina is a small state, and we may have clients arrive for service that we know or know our families. Law students and lawyers on the Palmetto LEADER are part of a team, and good communication and trust is key. Students are available to help with the initial client intake and the concluding client satisfaction survey. They can also perform any clerking activities the lawyer may have. If our service involves use of a template, they can assist as scriveners and witnesses. The one thing they cannot do is provide independent legal advice. So let's look at that intake form. The client intake form is the first real contact we have, and as such, it not only provides basic information, but gives us time to evaluate the needs of the client and to make them feel more comfortable and trusting. It is key that everyone be familiar with this form, but the form is just the start. Watching the client and listening are just as important. The client intake form will be available online, and as with all forms, hard copies will be on the back. While returning to Columbia, we may use some of that time to do some debriefing of the activities of the day. This can serve as an amazing educational opportunity for our students, and this is where experienced lawyers can impart some of that well-earned wisdom and knowledge. We ask that you complete the law student and lawyer satisfaction surveys, which can be found online. We need to know how we are doing, what we can do better, and we welcome new ideas. These surveys are on the Palmetto LEADER website. Appreciation. You bet we appreciate your willingness to make this project work. The Palmetto LEADER would be just an empty bus without you. We thank you.